So it's been a while since I've uploaded, and my most recent video was talking about condemnation, and I feel like I got a huge wave of condemnation following the posting of that. So I've been navigating that quite a bit, and that's kind of why I haven't been uploading. But I am going to, despite how I feel, always try to upload something. In this type of video, I'm just going to try to give an update. I'm not going to necessarily give this big lesson or tips or anything like that. So, yeah, I've been struggling a lot with kind of, I would say, viewing myself in the identity that is based in the Bible. And I've been also struggling not only with the identity, a biblical identity, but also of myself, but of also God. And so I have been more considerate of the thoughts that I've had about, again, myself and God, and I'm just finding, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of negativity, and I realize that it's contributed to a lot of, you know, just bad moods and hopelessness, because if you if you see yourself as limited or God is limited, then that's how you're going to live your life. That's the thoughts that you have are going to inform how far you can go with things. And I realized that that has been a big challenge for me. And not just like in the grand scheme of things, like, oh, I'm going to achieve like this amazing business, or I'm going to, elevate myself at work to higher positions or things like that. It's like even in like the very small things, like doing basic tasks, when you beat yourself up, like, oh, calling yourself names if you forgot something, I don't know, in your grocery list or things like that, like, it really can set the tone for this negative narrative to continue and just really put you in a negative mood. And so, what I've been trying to do is flesh out what my identity actually is, and have that be the voice that's going on in the back of my head, instead of, oh, you're stupid, oh, you can't get anything right, oh, you're not going to be able to accomplish all these things, like all these tasks, because you just don't have the bandwidth or something like that, like you just don't have the capacity as much as somebody else would. Like, it's definitely been challenging. So those are the two things I really want to do, is I want to really flesh out more about what it says about our identity in Christ. And I actually got a book. I'm looking at it right now. It says identity, who you are in Jesus, and why it matters. So I'll keep you guys updated with that. Another thing I'm doing is I've realized that I have really used sugar and overeating as a way to kind of escape and deal with pain, emotional pain, instead of going to God. And I have been doing that my whole life, and I feel like I've been especially noticing it lately. And I really want to challenge myself. And the other thing I do a lot too is watch YouTube videos. So I'd rather make them than watch them at this point, because it's just something I do when I want to just not be present, because a lot of things have happened in my life over the past 6 months or so that have caused, I am not the queen of sequence, I guess you could say, because the reason I even, what prompted this journey, I guess you could call it, I don't know that I like that word because it feels kind of like a cliche, but I had a job offer in New York, and it was like, it's been the dream to move to New York. Well, New York or LA, I would take either, at any given point over the years. But anyway, I had the job offer, and I was so excited to just make a career for myself out there, and I was going to make so much money, way more money than I ever had. And everything was starting to align. And then, and so I had the offer, but the company was saying, okay, we need you to do this, and then we want you to do that, and then we're gonna have you do this. Like all of these different requisite tasks before I could actually start to work and make money, even though I had the offer. And so after several months, the manager finally told me the offer no longer stands. And I had spent so much money staying out there for the months that I was there, and it really wrecked me financially. I mean, I already wasn't in the best financial position, but I was just trying to hang on because I was going to instantly be making so much money, just even on like a flat rate. And so it was a thing where I was like, okay, I I I don't, and the door just kind of closed to that industry for a couple other reasons too. And so I was just like, I don't know what to do. And so I came home, and that was very humbling. And it's been a thing where I'm having to, it's really put things in perspective, because I really have idolized my career, and I really look to it as a source of meaning. And I think I've kind of always known that, but I think that I was like, kind of like, oh yeah, yeah, like just not taking it, giving it the weight that it needs in terms of it actually being a problem it needs to be addressed. I think all of this whole culmination of things coming in on me so hard is definitely part of the reason why I wanted to get to know the Lord better, which sounds really bad because it's like, oh, you just want me because you're in a bad position now. But I know that that's probably how a lot of people come to know God better. So, yeah, that is where I'm at. It was kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to provide an update and kind of show you what I'm focusing on. So I'm going to try to eliminate watching YouTube videos. And also, I am going to be doing a fast of sugar, just basically like anything you would consider to have for dessert. And I'll let you know how that goes, because I'm wanting to really just lean on Him and not anything else. And those overeating, eating sugar, and watching YouTube videos are definitely my biggest. So I'll let you know how that goes. And thanks for hanging in there. I'll see you later.